I don't myself have too high of an opinion of his enthusiasm for racing. I may be doing him injustice. So I think I would rather back, if I had to have a bet, Dutch Sam, who's at least won over hurdles and shown some good form. Let's see what the others say. Well, 12 of them go for Sea Pigeon, predictably the amount of Ron Barry. 6 go for Dutch Sam, 3 for Panmure, and 1 for Bobby Gordon, who I would imagine would be an outsider. And we can have a look at the betting too.
And a very strong favourite indeed. Sea Pigeon opened at 11 to 10 on, now 5 to 4 on. 3 to 1 against Dutch Sam, having opened at 5 to 2. 8's Panmure, 10's Good Judge, 12 to 1 bar 4.
And there with the diagonal stripes is number 5, Dutch Sam, ridden by Donald Nolan. As I told you, he won his last race, beat 18 horses, or rather beat 17 at, in a novice hurdle at Kelso. Won nice and easily by 7 lengths. And Craig Prince was behind, Good Judge, I beg your pardon, Good Judge was behind him in that race. So we know he jumps and stays. A tough-looking horse, bred by Lord Rosebery. In fact, he's a half-sister to the Oaks winner, Sleeping Partner. Well, that won't help me today, but he's jumping in his stamina may. That's number 5, Dutch Sam. And there's a Good Judge there, who, as I told you, we just missed Good Judge. Actually, there he is, Good Judge, who, as I told you, finished behind Dutch Sam the other day, about 10 lengths behind him, so there's no reason really why he should reverse those placings. If we can find Sea Pigeon, let's, because he's a hot favourite.
He's the last one to go down, just cantering down to join the others now, John.
Thank you, Rawley. There, in the meanwhile, is Archetto on the left of your picture there. He's had a pretty busy season already this year. He's had 9 races already this season. Won 2 of them, 2 little novice hurdles at Market Raisin and Huntingdon. But last time out, he ran in a selling handicap hurdle at Huntingdon and was well behind in that race. Jack Hardy's had one winner, Ben Moore, and Glanford Bridge ran well. But I rather doubt whether Archetto will be good enough.
Nearest to us now is
there's Sea Pigeon. Ron Barry in the tartan colours. This beautifully bred colt by Seabird II, one of the best horses I've ever seen, if not the best, out of a round table mare, bred by Mr. Whitney, but he was a little bit unreliable on the flat. He ran a blinder in the Moët and Chandon at Epsom, just beaten by Philip Mitchell and Laurentian Hills. On that form, he should have won his next race, but was beaten instead by a horse called Swirl. Hasn't had a run over hurdles yet, but clearly has proved to Gordon Richards that he can jump because he's a hot favourite. Under orders, and over to you, Rawley.
And he's odds-on favourite in the betting exchanges and starts pretty sweetly, although at the back of the field at the moment, but no doubt Ron Barry means to hold him up there in that position in the early stages. Meantime, it's Archetto, one of the 2 previous winners in the field, making the running as they near the first of the 8 flights of hurdles. Archetto jumps it 1 from Craig Prince over second, then in the stripes Panmure, followed by Bobby Gordon, then another stripe jacket. This time these colours represent Good Judge, then comes Hitachi Bell, and the last 2 are Dutch Sam, and finally the favourite Sea Pigeon. They're coming now to pass the winning post for the first time in this Panama hurdle qualifier. The field headed by Archetto, who wears blinkers, followed by Craig Prince, the hoop sleeves in second, then Bobby Gordon, followed by Panmure. After these, as they race away downhill, comes Good Judge, then Hitachi Bell, Dutch Sam, and lastly still the odds-on favourite Sea Pigeon. The trip in this race just over 2 miles, 8 flights altogether to take, and they're nearing the second of them now, with Archetto still in front, having made all the running so far. In second place now, Bobby Gordon, who's just gone past Craig Prince. Then after these come Panmure, Hitachi Bell, then Good Judge, Dutch Sam, and last of the 8 runners still Sea Pigeon. Over this flight, still no fallers, all jumping perfectly adequately, headed by Archetto and Steve Holland from Jack Hardy's yard, the yard that's already been successful here with Ben Moore. Over the 3rd flight now, with still Archetto making the running, followed by Craig Prince with the hoop sleeves. Then over on the rails in 3rd comes Bobby Gordon with the sash. Then comes Panmure. After Panmure is Good Judge. Then just getting into the picture, the only filly in the field, Hitachi Bell. And the last 2 at the moment, the diagonal stripes of Dutch Sam. And lastly still this debutant over hurdles, Sea Pigeon. at the first over on the far side, and here it's still Archetto, who's made all the running so far, who continues to lead as they near the halfway point in this Panama Cigar hurdle, with Archetto joined and passed, in fact, by Craig Prince. So it's Craig Prince now who's gone on, with Good Judge in turn going past Archetto, who is now back in third place. Then comes Bobby Gordon, followed by Pan Muir, then Sea Pigeon beginning a run, and the last two are Dutch Sam and finally Hitachi Bell. Racing now towards the last 7 furlongs, with Craig Prince, the hoop sleeves on the outside, but Archetto has gone back into second in front of Good Judge in 3. Then comes Sea Pigeon in the tartan jacket, slightly lighter sleeves, slightly darker sleeves rather, going up there into fourth towards the outside of Bobby Gordon. Then comes Dutch Sam as they enter the final 3/4 of a mile, and they're going now to the third flight from home, with in the lead Craig Prince from Good Judge. Sea Pigeon, the odds-on favourite, is now third. Then comes Dutch Sam, getting much closer. He's now in fourth. In fifth is the one who made all the early running, Archetto, is now dropping back. After Archetto comes Bobby Gordon, who in turn lost his place, and then Pan Muir. And this group are all a long way clear of the Scottish-trained filly Hitachi Bell. Into the last straight now, where they've got just over 3 furlongs to travel. And on the right of the picture, Craig Prince, out-jumped though by, and the fall of the Good Judge, who really accelerated into that flight, but came down, but quickly up on his feet, as also is the jockey, Mr. Ridley Lamb, so he's okay as well. Meantime, as they run to this final flight, it's Sea Pigeon, the favourite, who's come cruising through under Ron Barry to take up the running. He might be ungenerous on the flat, but he's certainly showing well over hurdles. And coming to this, the final flight, and it's Sea Pigeon up and over clear of Dutch Sam, and it's just these two who count now. They've gone well clear of the remainder, headed by Archetto, who's run back into third place. Then comes Craig Prince, but racing for home now, and it's Sea Pigeon, this seabird gelding, drawing right away now to open his winning account. He wins now at the first time of asking. I say now he's got 100 yards to go, nearing the post now. Sea Pigeon it is, crossing the line now. The winner in second place, Dutch Sam. In third, although he's yet to get to the post, is Archetto. Then comes Craig Prince, followed in by Pan Muir, Bobby Gordon, and then Hitachi Bell. So the market proved the pointer here. Sea Pigeon winning this first in the series of 14 of this Panama Cigar hurdle. But a very easy win for Sea Pigeon, but we can see the fall of Good Judge as he came to the second last flight. Good Judge, second on the right now, who reached for the flight, hits the top bar, goes down, crumples, lands on his nose, looks an awful fall, but these awful falls, well, often they have happy outcomes. Certainly in this case that was one of them, because although all 4 legs in the air, and poor Ridley Lamb stretched right across the turf, both he and the horse got up onto their feet okay. So all's well that ends well, and they live to fight another day. Meantime, this is Sea Pigeon, and confirmation of the outcome of the 2:45 here at Gosforth Park. The winner first, number 9, Sea Pigeon, owned by Mr. Pat Muldoon, trained near Penrith by Gordon Richards, ridden by Ron Barry. Second was number 5, Dutch Sam, owned by Mrs. N.S. Harris, trained by Harry Bell, ridden by Donald Nolan. And third, number 1, Archetto, owned by Mrs. Jack Hardy, trained by her husband, and ridden by Steve Holland. Sea Pigeon, bred in the United States because his sire, the late Seabird, was at stud over there, and a horse who was having his first race ever over hurdles and making a pretty promising debut, I think, at that. A second winner in